Kevin, where do you keep your money? Is the bank not safe? Is my money not FDIC insured against loss? I heard credit unions were a much better and safer alternative and option to the bank. Or better yet, I'll just stuff my money under my mattress. Well, folks, these are all really good questions and theoretically good ideas if your goal is only to protect the money that you have. But if your other questions include, well, how do I make more money? How do I build my wealth? How do I increase how much money I have and more importantly, produce passive income streams? Well, folks, the answer to that question or those questions can be found in this video and what I have to share with you. So please stick with me along this ride. I'll try to make this one quick and get right to the point and answer the questions that you guys are asking. Please feel free, comment down below. Let's engage one another in this video and continue the dialogue so that you can ultimately achieve the goals and reach the success that you want for yourself and your family in achieving and accomplishing these financial goals. CNBC reports that soaring markets helped the richest 1% gain $6.5 trillion in wealth last year, according to the Fed. Were you a part of this 1%? And we can see here that I've got notes here so I can stay on track and stay focused for you guys, that the average American has most of their net worth in their primary residence. The typical American has over 70% of their net worth in their primary residence. And we can see that the market size for primary residence values as a percentage of net worth, according to the Financial Samurai, and how much the U.S. real estate market is actually worth, shows that the real estate market size was estimated at a $3.69 trillion US dollar amount in 2021, expected to reach $3.81 trillion in 2022. And we can see that there are projections for revenue forecasts by 2030 to be $5.85 trillion. Motley Fool shows that the wealthiest 1% own more than half of the stock market. Over half of Americans own stock, but it is not distributed equally, folks. And this should come as no surprise. Key findings, about 150 million Americans, or 58% of American adults, own stock. I hope that includes you. The 1% that holds 53% of stocks has a worth totaling $16.76 trillion, whereas the bottom 50% of American adults hold only 0.6% of stocks worth $19 billion. Folks, if you haven't gotten your free stocks already, link in the description down below. Moo is giving away free stocks. So how much is the U.S. stock market actually worth? Well, it says here, according to Statista, the New York Stock Exchange is the largest stock exchange in the world, with an equity market capitalization of nearly 23 trillion US dollars as of December 2022. The following exchanges, the three exchanges, were the NASDAQ, the Shanghai Stock Exchange, and the Euronext. But as we close here on where most of America's wealth is being stored and theoretically positioned in these vehicles for great returns on investments, we see that the value of existing cryptocurrency is around $804 billion, with around $320 billion of that being attributed to Bitcoin as of January 3, 2023. And this is according to coinmarketcap.com. The global online payments market was $6.75 trillion in 2021, according to research and the markets. So basically, this brings us to the conclusion that a majority of America's wealth, a majority of America's richest people, a majority of America's wealthiest, we're talking about CEOs and founders of companies like Amazon, Mr. Jeff Bezos, Microsoft, Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Berkshire Hathaway, and also BNSF, Railway Freight Company. Their wealth is primarily positioned in one or diversified and secured, producing cash flows in one of three places. Let's go one of four places, one of 3.5 places. The stock market, real estate, and businesses, folks. Now, the outlier would be cryptocurrency, but we can see here that cryptocurrency plays a very, very small role in where a majority of the wealthiest of Americans' wealth is stored. Therefore, that would lead us to believe that the stock market would potentially be the best place and safest place to store wealth. Historically, over nearly a century, if not longer. I have to check and see how long the stock market has been around, but it has a proven track record of building wealth, especially if you know what you're doing. But the key with just that is not only knowing what you're doing, but actually executing on the knowledge that you have. Think about it. I want to introduce to you guys the 1585 rule. And the 1585 rule is basically your knowledge versus your actions. Because if you know all you need to know about investing in the stock market, but you don't take action, well, guess what? You'll never achieve any of the success and reap the rewards of receiving these ROIs, these returns on your investments, if you don't actually take action. And this is what plays into the role of poor money management. This is no different than a millionaire who's been broke or is broke despite how much money they make. They don't lack the knowledge. They're obviously smart enough to be in a position to earn over $1 million a year. But they have poor money management skills, and therefore their actions prevent them from being wealthy, prevent them from being rich, because if you give them $1, they're going to spend it. But if you give them $1 million more, they're going to do just the same. So the key is the 1585 rule. So the key is the 1585 rule. 15% knowledge, 85% action. And that 85% action is proper money management, financial responsibility, and starting early, folks. Think about it. If you wanted to develop a passive income stream, this passive income stream is using your money to make more money. Therefore, the more money you have, the more money it would make. And the sooner you start, the easier it will be. And I'm going to explain to you exactly why. Because a great way to make a lot of money off of your money is to get a very high percentage return on investment. Theoretically, if you could receive 20% ROI, 20% on a, let's just say $50 investment would yield you how much? $10. There you go. So for every $50 you had, you'd make $10. But think about it like this. It would be easier to get a better return, a greater return with less ROI. How? Why? Well, if you had $200 and you only got a 10% return, you'd actually bring back $20 in return greater than the 10. And how is this accomplished? This is accomplished by starting early and being very, very good in managing your money. The 85%, the 1585% rule. So we want to start early and we want to build wealth. And then we want to take that wealth and we want to put it in a position, in a vehicle to bring back more money, greater returns on our investments. And the more we have in these vehicles, the more we'll see in returns, in dividends, in payouts, in interest, in passive income, and not necessarily have to worry so much about just how high the interest rates are. However, through dollar cost averaging and continuously investing in the markets, we are going to take advantage of great buying opportunities on buying the dips, buying on down days, buying in the red, and seeing these portfolios grow as these stocks grow. But it's not just stocks. Real estate is another great opportunity, as well as businesses. And the key here is that not only are these investment vehicles likely to return much more in the form of passive income and greater returns on investments than the banks, in theory, they're actually safer. And we can see this just by analyzing those who have the most. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. Their money's not, their billions of dollars of wealth are not tied up in the banks, earning minuscule returns on their savings, perhaps maybe certificates of deposits that are not really protected by FDIC insurance and could be lost at any given time with the initiation of a bail-in. So they park their wealth in stocks, real estate, business, and even some in crypto. But again, we can see that the crypto numbers aren't very high, but we are still theoretically relatively early in this cryptocurrency move. Now, there's a lot going on with crypto, XRP, Ripple, the SEC, Bitcoin, Tether. The list goes on and on, folks. There's a lot of volatility there. But if we're going off of history and we're going off of track records, the stock market, the real estate market, business, those are proven methods of generating wealth and preserving wealth and building wealth. Now, diversification is key. So folks, links in the description down below to help you guys diversify, 100% free. I hope you guys take advantage of these opportunities. I know I have, and I continuously work to diversify every single day. And I sleep much better at night knowing I've made the right choices and decisions for my family. But folks, do you run to the banks and take all your money out? Do you then invest in stocks? Do you then invest in real estate? Do you then invest in businesses? Do you then invest in cryptocurrency? Or do you not have any money to invest at all as it is? Well, at the end of the day, folks, you got to do your research. You got to do your homework. You got to become educated. That's the 15%. The other 85% is going to come from your actions and you making smart financial decisions. It's simple. It's easy. ETFs, they do the work for you. You set it and forget it. You invest for the long term. Buy and hold, never sell. Build wealth, build your portfolio. And this can be easily done through a variety of methods. And if you want me to go through them one by one, case by case, the best ones that I use on a regular basis, as well as other options out there for increased returns on passive income through dividend investments and dividend returns on a regular basis, then by all means, drop a comment down below, let me know. But folks, it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. We can look at the history of those who've come before us, those who are the uber wealthy at this point in time, and those who have theoretically the most to lose, and look at where they have placed their wealth and what they value as a safe vehicle for long-term security, increased returns, passive income streams, diversification, security, cash flow, the whole 9 yards, folks. And they are executing on the 1585 rule, where they have attained the knowledge. They continuously work to become more knowledgeable, because you can never be overeducated or overdressed. And they continuously work towards executing on the 85% of being smart with their money, managing it properly and appropriately, not being intimidated, panicking, doing any knee-jerk reactions based on the market on a day-to-day basis, which is the beauty of business and real estate, because they typically don't swing like the stock market does day to day based on news headlines and speculation. But again, if we look at the year over year, nearly century-old historic growth of the stock market, well, there's no better way, folks. Now, we can argue this, we can debate it, but at the end of the day, I just hope you guys are investing. I hope you guys are diversifying. I hope you guys are securing your funds and producing cash flow and working towards passive income opportunities. I don't care how you do it. I just want you to get it done. And if there's anything I can do to help you guys, then by all means, feel free, drop a comment down below, hit me up. Until next time, you guys take care, be safe. I'll see you real soon.